Hello friends, welcome back to OpenGeology. We are here discussing about the CIL previous year questions. So this is part 3. We will see question 21 to 30. And this is question paper from 2017. Okay. So you can join our CIL Geologist test series. There are 100 plus tests. So you can complete all of your preparation. Download our app, go to the test series and watch the CIL Geology test series. You can go for other exams like NET, GATE, GSI and PSUs. So let's begin with the first question. What is anti-vignetting filter is used for? So it is used to improve the uniformity of exposure throughout an image. Like the problem. It is an optical effect where the corners and edges of an image appear darker or less saturated than the center. So what happens is whenever we click a picture, the most perfect one is its center. Okay, as we go away towards the corners, it becomes less effective, or you can say the darker or the less saturation happens. So this caused by the optical design of lens, especially in the wide angle or the aerial photographs. So this is reduced with the help of the anti-vignetting filter, and the correct option will be option number 2. What you can more learn for the exam point of view, you can learn what are the aerial photographs. Okay, what are the aerial photographs and their characteristics, like the shape, size, shadow, how these things can measure. Next question is the correct sequence of the stratigraphic succession from older to younger of the Damuda Group. So the correct sequence is the Karharbari, Barakar, Baron Measures and Raniganj. Okay, so you can remember this or you can learn a complete the Gondwana sequence. Okay, Gondwana sequence. Okay, this is also available on our website, so you can simply search the Gondwana stratigraphy and write by OpenGeology. Okay, so you will get the complete article to learn about this. Then another question is serpentine is a. So serpentine is a phyllosilicates. Now you should remember all of the silicate structures like the sorosilicate. First one is the nesosilicate. Okay, nesosilicate, sorosilicate. You have the cyclosilicate. You have the single chain silicate, double chain silicate, seed silicate, which is also known as the phyllosilicate, and the tectosilicates, which is the 3D silicates. So what are the different SIs to O ratio for all of these three? Okay, so you should remember with the mineral examples, like the nesosilicate, you have the garnet. Okay, sorosilicates, you have the another example, cyclosilicates, single chain silicates, double chain silicates, so pyroxenes, amphipoles. Phyllosilicates, you have the serpentine, and the tectosilicates like the quartz. So just remember all of these. Another question is, why is soil production described as positive feedback process? Now if you remember, there are two type of feedbacks, positive feedback and negative feedback. Positive means whatever things is done, it will increase further. Negative means whatever things are done, it will decrease further. Let's see with the example of soil production feedback process. Let's see 5 and okay. So what happens is a rainwater happens is the rainfall will happen. The rainfall contains dissolved carbon dioxide. It will pass through the soil profile and mix with the organic matter and plant roots. Now this will further increase the concentration of organic acid and carbon dioxide. This will make water more acidic. And as water becomes more acidic, it will create more carbon dioxide and more acid, and more plantation will happen and more soil process or more the soil production will happen. This is why we call it the positive feedback. So correct option will be option number B. Let me share one more example. Let's say you have the evaporation happens is from the ocean. Now this evaporation consists of water vapor. This water vapor is a greenhouse gas. So this water vapor will trap more sunlight and increase the heat. This increase in heat will further improve the evaporation. Then further H2O water vapor will increase in the atmosphere and it will attract more greenhouse. So this is a positive feedback. Means once the evaporation happens is increase the temperature, it will further evaporate, further increase the temperature. This is the positive feedback. Similarly, negative feedback will be opposite of that. Another question is Darcy law states that. So what is the Darcy law? Darcy law simply used for the groundwater movement. So it is, you can say the K, it is directly proportional to K. So B is the correct answer. Okay. Also the hydraulic gradient. So the K I upon H. Okay. So Darcy law states that it is K, I and A. Okay. K is the conductivity, A is the area, I is the gradient, that is delta H divided by L. Okay. So it will gives us the flow. Q is equal to K I A. Then another question is, in Arctic and alpine environment, what is the surface which is often seen to be composed of layer of angular rock fragments? And this surface is known as the Felsenmeer. Now what is this term? This is used for a broad expanse of mantle of shattered angular fragment which covers the exposed bedrock and summits in Arctic and alpine environment. So this term is designed only or the used only for the Arctic and the alpine environment. Now these are the results of the frost wedging or the mechanical weathering. Okay. Then next question is the bauxite. So bauxite, what is it? It is a residual deposit. What is a residual deposit? Like you have a rock, you have the continuous weathering and leaching happens. So all of the material penetrated, infiltrated, or it has washed out, and the remaining part is your bauxite, that is residual deposit. Okay. Another question is, on a geological map, if the contact between sedimentary rock unit form a series of parallel lines with the youngest unit in the center, the underlying rock structure will be. So this underlying rock structure is your syncline. Now how it is, let me create a diagram. Okay. Okay, so this is a syncline. The core rock is the youngest one, as you can see it is the horizontal layers, and when it got bended it will become something like this. So the topmost layer will be the younger one. So the central line is the youngest, then we have the older as we move away, and they are horizontal series of parallel lines with the youngest unit in the center. So it is a syncline. What others you can learn about the anticline? It will be opposite, like the center one will be the oldest one. Okay. Now another question is, what does the Spinifex texture indicate? So Spinifex texture is a characteristic of comatite rock. Okay. So this comatite rock, it shows spinny because of the rapid cooling of magma as the lava flows. So as it cools rapidly, it causes the needle-like structures. We call that the Spinifex textures. So you should learn all of the textures, like the ophitic texture, okay, myrmecite textures, porphyritic textures, okay, poikilotic textures. So all of the textures you should remember. Then another or the last question is, which is the first mineral to crystallize in the Bowen reaction series? So you have the Bowen reaction series. The first mineral is your olivine, pyroxene, amphibold, biotite. Here you have the calcic plagioclase, sodic plagioclase, K feldspar, and then you quartz and other minerals. So although olivine and calcic plagioclase both are at the top, but olivine have the slightly higher temperature than the calcic plagioclase. So correct option will be olivine. So it's all about for today. We'll see you in the next video with further questions. You can join our CIL Geology test series and boost your preparation. Thank you.